Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar, not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another introduction slash review for you, and this is the house of Roberto Cavalli. Roberto Cavalli is a design house from Italy. They are very renowned for their clothings, and they have a very extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. I think all together around maybe 70 to 80 perfumes under their names, and some of them are for ladies, some of them are for men. This one in particular is from the ladies line, and this one simply called Roberto Cavalli for women is EDP 75 ml. In United Kingdom you can find it under £40, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure what's going on with this one, because this is one of those perfumes that comes and goes. I heard somewhere that it's been discontinued. If that's the case, what a shame, because this is one of the best perfume for the price you are paying out there. In terms of the ratio for what you pay and what you get is amazing in here. So this one came out in 2012, and there is quite a well-known perfumer for it, and it's called Louise Turner. Louise Turner is one of those very prolific perfumer. She made so many perfumes, some of them big names, some of them not well known. One of the best example is Tom Ford Lost Cherry, for example. That's one of her creation. So in here she's done a beautiful job of creating this perfume, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So that is a good thing about a well-known perfumer or a famous perfumer, that you smell construction, you smell quality, you smell know-how, you smell knowledge, you smell a beautiful blend in here, and that is the hair. She's done a very good job in here. So first thing first, in terms of presentation, beautiful bottle, very classy, very classic, quite thick bottle, quite heavy. It's 75 ml. These ones don't come any, I think, don't quote me on that, but I don't think they come larger than 75 ml. There are some smaller version of it, 50 ml, 30 ml, but the 75, as far as I know, is the biggest one. This one has been in my wife's collection for many years. She loved this perfume. It's one of her favorite of all times, and she went through at least 3-4 bottles of this during the years. So that's why I thought, wow, you know, I never reviewed this perfume, so it's time for me to review it. This one is targeted for ladies, and this is very feminine. Yes, it is very feminine, it's very sensual, it's quite sexy, but in the same time it's very classy, it's very classic, it's very how shall we put it, it's for a mature lady. I would say at least 25 years and older to be on the safe side. Although if you're a young person and you like this kind of perfume, it doesn't mean anything, but it's got a hint of that classic to it. So that's why I think is a mature lady will enjoy this better. In terms of the occasion, this is very opulent. It's very opulent, quite sensual, sexy, very delicious. So this is good for going out, for evening, for special occasion, for close encounter, for special ceremonies like wedding and birthdays and things like that. It's very well done and delicious. And in terms of season, this is all year round. You can use it in summer, in winter, no problem. In summer less sprays, in winter more sprays. The only thing is, if the summer is very high heat, it could be a little bit cloying because it's quite a big sweetness in here. So let's get to the perfume itself. As you can see, the beautiful bottle and the cap. The cap is designed gorgeous, which says the logo of Roberto Cavalli. Here it says Roberto Cavalli. This is some sort of animal print on the neck, which makes it very nice. Overall, I like the bottle very much. It's very functional, it does the job perfectly. So let me read you the ingredients and we'll take it from there. The ingredients on Fragrantica is very minimalistic. I smell a few other things which I'm going to mention in a minute, but this is according for Fragrantica. We have pink pepper on top, we have orange blossom in the mid, and vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean in the base. So as you can tell, it's a very minimalistic note breakdown. I smell a few other things which I'm going to mention, but overall this perfume is not very complex. It's quite on the simple side of things, although it's not a simple, but it's not a complex either. And that is the beauty of this perfume. Is very straightforward, is very you know what you're getting, and it doesn't mess about, it doesn't change that much from beginning to end. It's almost linear, and that is a good thing, because the opening of this perfume is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's very alluring, it's very captivating, it's very attention grabber. This is definitely garner your attention. People will definitely turn head with this. And also this is in terms of performance, this is a good performer, but it's not a huge performer. On my skin goes easily over 7 hours. On t-shirt and materials goes easily over 9 hours. This one came first edition of this came out 2012. I'm not sure this version in front of me what year it is, because we bought it a few years ago, but still performs well. Again, it's not a beast mode, but it is performing well. In terms of projection, I get an arm length of projection for around 2 hours or so, and after that it will subside. You always have a good bubble, good cloud, and a good trail. You need to, if you are going out and you want people to smell you from a distance, you need to go a little bit heavy on the trigger. My wife and I usually don't my wife usually don't go more than 10 sprays of it, and that is ample enough for her to smell it all day. But if you want to smell it again from the distance, you need to go maybe up to 12 or 14 sprays of it. So it is a good performer, but it's not a beast mode, or it's not a huge performer. So in terms of note breakdown, the base is by far the biggest players in this perfume, which is the vanilla, benzoin, and the tonka. These three in here giving it that big sweetness. The sweetness is around 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. This is around 6 to 7, so it is a sweet, yes, but somehow they manage to ground the sweetness and not let it to go run away and get cloying or headache inducing or sickening or anything like that. So although it's very sweet, but it is grounded very well. The orange blossom in here actually, it adds to the sweetness of it, and the pink pepper adds to the sweetness of it. So I'm not sure how they grounded it, because there is nothing in here, at least in the note breakdown, to mention that, to ground it, to give it a balance between the sweetness and the other players. To my nose, I smell a little bit of incensey feel, a little bit of spiciness to it as well, which they're not mentioning, although the pink pepper itself is quite spicy, but is a more peppery, a little bit fruity rather than spicy. So the pink pepper giving it a little bit of fruity aspect, giving it a little bit of fruity aspect, which is, to my nose, is like a berry smell. So it's like a berry smell, maybe strawberry, maybe a little bit of blueberry, maybe a little bit of blackberry. So it giving it a little bit of that berry smell, but it is a nondescript berry, so it's not exactly what you think, okay, this is exactly this berry. No, overall it's berry smell to it, but you cannot exactly pinpoint it. That's why it's non-descriptive. The orange blossom is in here after the vanilla, tonka bean, and the benzoin is the biggest player, so it is dominant by that orange blossom. I smell a hint of tuberose in here, and I smell a hint of jasmine in here. So I smell a hint of tuberose, jasmine, but Orange Blossom is by far the biggest player in terms of the white floral. So you need to like your white floral perfumes to enjoy this, because this is dominant by white floral after the vanilla, benzoin, and the tonka bean. The tonka bean here giving it a little bit of earthiness, a little bit of that nutty feel as well, and also sweetness to it, but it makes it very smooth. So combination of the benzoin, the vanilla, and the tonka bean here making it very, very smooth. So it's almost buttery smooth, this one. And that is the beauty of this fragrance, that is very well done, very well rounded, very well put together, very good perfumery. As I said, Louise Turner done a very, very good job in here to making a beautiful perfume. She's got a beautiful knowledge of perfumery, because this one is masterclass in its own way. Although again, as I said, it's not a very complex fragrance, but it is beauty is in its simplicity. So in a simple way, it's very, very beautiful and captivating. So overall, the benzoin in here again giving it that hint of sweetness and also a hint of smoothness, and the vanilla giving it smoothness and sweetness. So imagine this is very smooth and sweet in the same time, but as I said, the sweetness is very well grounded here, so it's not running away. In terms of spices, I'm smelling a hint of nutmeg and cinnamon in here, just a smidgen of it. It's not too much, just to give it a little bit of a spicy body to ground those sweetness. Hint of balsamicness in here as well, very, very smidgen, a small amount of balsamicness. Hint of camphorousness as well, very, very smidgen of it again. But overall, this perfume is done superbly well, and that is the attraction of this perfume. This perfume on Fragrantica got more than four out of 5 votes of thousands of votes, so you can tell people like it for a good reason. This is a very well done perfume. So vanilla, one of the biggest player in the base, and the vanilla in here is quite sweet. Vanilla in here is little bit on the modern side, but in the same time it is quite on the classical side, so that's why I give it a little bit of classical feel as well, because in the classical world, vanilla used to be smoother rather than giving a sweet to the perfume. The amber, there is a big amber component to this perfume, which is quite a resinous amber, but it's not a huge amber. Is a little bit on the fluffy side, little bit on effervescent side, little bit on the transparent side of things, the amber, but in the same time it's quite chewy, it's quite honey liked. It is a little bit on the resinous side, little bit. Overall, I classify this fragrance as fresh to semi-fresh. So in the beginning it's got a little bit of freshness to it, but later on it becomes semi-fresh. But and also I classify this perfume as oriental floral, so it is very oriental in the nature of it, and also very floral because of those big white florals. As I said, the orange blossom is the biggest, after the orange blossom is the jasmine, and after that is the tuberose. White florals are dominant from beginning almost to the end of this perfume. It's quite sweet. As I said, sweetness is big in here, but somehow is grounded, it's not in your face, and it doesn't give you sickly feeling, or at least for me or my wife, in terms of our taste and our experience. Warm spiciness, as I said, is a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg in here, giving a hint of spiciness, but it's not a dominant player, it's just mainly in the background. Hint of citrus in the beginning. When it opens up a little bit of brightness, little bit of that citrus feel to it, but again it's non-descriptive. Fresh, soft, spicy, and a hint of balsamicness. As I said, there is a hint of balsamicness to it as well. So if you like the description of this perfume, this is a very, very well done perfume. For a price, this is a gorgeous fragrance. It smells much more expensive than under £40. Definitely smells great. Very captivating smell to it. It's very alluring, it's very sensual. A classy lady with a nice dress and a nice jewelry and a hint of makeup, not a heavy makeup, but a hint of makeup. This one would go very well with that combination. It would be a super classy, super confident lady who's maybe going out, or maybe going to a ceremony, or going to a special occasion, and the smell of this perfume on hair would be gorgeous. It'd be very, very classy and beautiful and very, very captivating. Okay guys, so that was the review of this perfume. Does it remind me of anything? Not anything in particular, although it's not a unique perfume per se, because the smell is done, similar smell done many times, hundreds of times probably. That white floral, benzoin, vanilla, tonka, and a hint of spices and amber and things like that. It's done many times before, but somehow in here they done it in a very classy way and a very beautiful way and a very professional way, that it smells very expensive, but you're paying less than £40 for it. I highly recommend that. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. There's a good reason why the wifey loves this, and I absolutely adore it myself. On hair it smells great. So if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I am the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. That makes them huge, bold, big, very long lasting, and very unique and artistic. And they are like time capsules. They take you different places, different time, and they are super gorgeous, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I see you later. Bye.